Hey guys, alright, here we go. We're putting together a Nurgle Blight drone using the Warhammer Plague Drone Kit pieces. I'm just going to show you how we put this conversion together and what it looks like at the end. So we've got our base here from the Plague Drone Kit. We've got our base stand. I've just gone over with light sandpaper because I'm going to cover that up. And it's going to end up looking like this one. So what we've got is the body from the kit, just the body, these two halves. Okay, put that there. We've got an engine, jet engine from a Storm Raven kit. So I have 3 of these, one for each build, and you just pick those up off the bit shop. We have a bunch of bolters, and a lasgun, and another bolter, and we're going to put those over there too. We have a Dark Elder arm, and we've cut the connecting bit off there. And we're going to use this connecting bit and that bit, but we're not going to use this. And we have a Rhino hatch. We also have 2 of the arms from the Plague Drone kit, which we may or may not use in this conversion. We haven't used it in the other one, but you never know. And then we have a Carnifex carapace. This guy's a bit different, so I had to stretch him out. So I've got a big gap here that needs to be filled with green stuff. It's being glued with super glue and then filled with baking soda. And we've got a hole in the bottom here that I've drilled with my Dremel tool into the carapace, just so that we can insert the flight stand there. We've got our carapace here, gone through with the Dremel and just scratched it up and put dints and pockmarks and the like into it. We've got another bit of carapace there. We've got our 2 engine parts, and I've decided to get some toothpicks as well a bit later on and add them here to create the spikes on the top and the bottom of the engines to give it a bit more of a reference to the original Blight drone from Forge World. And I'm going to add some pincers this time around because I didn't have pincers for the last guy. I might just have 2 here. We've also got our whip coming out of the head, or the scorpion, like, not out of the head, out of the tail. For our Thousand Suns theme, we've got some barrels here and some gubbins just to stick on the body to give it a bit more of a tech feel. Let's get gluing. So what we're going to do is figure out how the body is going to work. I think we'll start with the carapace and just get that inserted. So I've carved the bottom out of here. It's going to go on kind of like that, a little bit higher probably. So what I'll do is put the engines on first, and we'll come back and do the green stuff and then the carapace last. That makes more sense. So these go on this way, like that, and they usually go on an angle. So whatever angle the rotation is, that's the way they go on. So I'm going to put them on with copious amounts of plastic glue so I can turn them so that the rotation matches the orientation of the craft. The reason why plastic glue is really good in this instance is because it's an irregular surface that it has to attach to, so I need to melt through it, and super glue is not going to help corrode the plastic. I carved out some of the cowling last time on the engines to reveal this corrosive stuff. This time we're going to just let them sit and see what happens. 2. I suppose the good thing about Nurgle, like orcs, is it can be a bit haphazard because it's a bit organic. The body is actually kind of wonky too. It's kind of cool, which suits us actually, because we're going to have him turning on the stand, so that's a good time to have a look at now. If we put the stand in, yeah, if we push him on an angle like that, and then like it's riding itself kind of thing, and maybe turning. Should we turn? Let's just rotate a little bit. And then we just wait for that to tack. I mean, it's not the strongest connection. What we're going to do is drip super glue down into these gaps, and then hit it with some baking soda. Nice blob there. Oops, got a bit on the engine cowling. No worries, we'll just turn that into rust and corrosion. There's a big gap to fill here. Okay, let's pop it on. And just go in there and give it a brush. Quite a mess, but that's okay because now I've got a solid hold. Okay, so what I've done is just gotten some tissue paper, just tissue paper from a tissue box, and I've stuffed it in the gap here because I don't want to use too much green stuff. Now that I've done that, I can just get my green stuff that I've rolled and I can build around it. See, so I've saved a lot on green stuff already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get in there, wrap that in, tuck that in like that, and then I'm going to get to work with my sculpting tools. Alright, so here we go, got our green stuff together. We've stuck on our carapace just with a bit of super glue and just made it sort of sit in there. Now it's a little different to the other design, but that's okay. The variation's good. What we're going to do now is just put on the tail, and so I'll pop it off the stand. That's going to go in like so. There we go, and then in like so. And it's got quite a pronounced twist to it if we see it from the side, just to give it that sense of movement. Lovely. Alright, so what's next? We've got some gubbins here. Alright, now for this we're definitely going to use plastic glue. So we've got 2 gubbins there. There we go, gubbins attached. Legs? Should we do legs? So I was thinking, alright, let's do the legs on the bottom. It's just weird anywhere else. 1, trailing behind. And let's stretch this one out. Just give it a little cut. And twist it around. Trailing behind. Kind of silent and eerie. Yes, 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 yes. Let's put that over here to rest. And let's have a look at our guns. Oh, we're almost done. That was quick. Alright, so we're going to do 1 long and 1 short. So I think we just want to get them stuck on. We're not too worried about alignment, so we want to give it a big push. And so we'll glue in the gun, and then we'll be done. Amazeballs. Here he is in the Nurgle flesh, our second Blight drone. A bit of a curve, bit more animation to him. Claws at the back, guns at the front, and that makes 2. 1 more to go. So there we go, 1 and 2, and then number 3 coming in a bit. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will talk to you soon.